You're getting ready to hear the podcast you didn't know that you needed, but eventually you will understand why you need it. This is Tales from the Pails.
All right, well, thank you again for joining us at Tales from the Pails. I'm here with my esteemed co-host, Bucky Snell. I am Jared Atanasio with Spartan Chemical. We are very excited today, right?
We are, yeah.
Got a big guest.
This guy is great. Okay.
Awesome. One of the best. Wasn't he a trained chef before?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get a good recipe out of him, right?
He can cook.
Right.
Yeah, he can cook. And he knows good food. I have a passion for food. I know you do.
What did you say earlier today? You don't eat to live, you live to eat?
That's right. Yeah.
I love
words
that.
to live by.
That's right. Perfect. So the man we're talking about is none other than Mr. Mike Fabian.
Yep.
He is our manager of CompuClean. What is CompuClean?
CompuClean is many things. Where we see it in the BSC world, where I live and breathe, is quality inspections, capital equipment, does corrective actions. The reporting on it is phenomenal. I don't want to steal Mike's thunder.
All right, okay. Fair enough.
But he can tell you everything that it does.
All right, good.
But it's a great program.
Yeah, so it's offered by Spartan Chemical. It's owned and operated by Spartan Chemical.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, to date, you are still the record holder for the most signed up CompuCleans in 1 year?
That's correct. I thought it was 15. Mike says it's 13. There's a debate on that, but I do have a nice little plaque in my wall from, I think, 2017. Gotcha.
So it's kind of like the Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa home run controversy.
Absolutely. It was like, I'm a believer now, and this like light switched, and CompuClean got me to do a lot of things, and it's a great program.
Awesome. All right. So let's welcome in Mike Fabian.
Here he is.
What an intro. What an intro. How you doing, Mike?
I'm great.
Good.
Good to see you, Jared. Good to see you, Bucky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. So we're going to talk about your baby, right? Your vertical, CompuClean. Okay. So tell us a little bit about it. I know Bucky kind of dove into a little bit about what CompuClean is, but why don't you tell us what do you hear a lot when we're out there talking CompuClean? Like, I guess maybe let me back up. Why don't you explain to us, in your opinion, what is CompuClean?
Let's get like a 10,000-foot view of CompuClean.
Sure.
What is it?
Yeah, take it from a high level. So, CompuClean, as you mentioned, it's cleaning management software. And it's, it's something that we have developed at Spartan, as a way to provide tools to cleaners, in any industry, but specifically building service contractor market, as a way to manage more effectively and handle data and communicate with teams and staff and make sure that everybody's on the same page, and that we've got validation in place to make sure that we're getting proper results as we're cleaning, and we're managing our resources, our equipment and inventory. So, in our eyes, it's a way to provide management capabilities to, Spartan customers, at a low cost, but with a very high value and capability.
Okay, good.
I couldn't do that justice.
Yeah, that sounded a little better than what you said. Just say it.
I was trying.
All right. Well, so tell me this. So, I mean, obviously, we're biased to it because we think it's probably one of the best programs there is, right? You and your team and Spartan and the investment over many years of developing it, fine-tuning it, getting some feedback from our customers, like, hey, if it did this, and then you do the research, find out if it makes sense. Take us through kind of what you feel is probably the best part of CompuClean for some of our end users. And it doesn't have to be
Do you have
fun.
a favorite?
Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite?
Or do you see, all right, let's say, do you have a favorite? And then is there a favorite that you see our customers using?
After he explains that, I got a great CompuClean story.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I think it really, I think we kind of align on that. My favorite and customers' favorites, it's really inspections.
Okay.
And I always just look at it as a universal need, regardless of what you're cleaning, where you're cleaning, what type of industry you're in. You've got to have a way to measure performance. And a good inspection program does that. It does that. It gives you data. It gives you understanding of performance. It gives you a way to measure maybe, where you're falling short, target some training to the issues that you're identifying. And another reason I love it is that it's a simple bar to entry. So software implementations are complex. They're scary. It's not something that we don't do every day. So there's risk involved. And with our quality assurance system, the onboarding is simple, the training is simple, and ultimately we can get some quick results right off the bat.
Yeah.
Rather than
we
going
make clean simple.
Says it on your cup.
Absolutely. That's right. Absolutely. So custodial software management made simple.
Sure.
Reporting's phenomenal.
Report is great. That's the key. And everybody inspects, but what do you do with that information? Where does it go? How does it utilize? Inspections are not about going through the motion. It's about generating actionable information that you can use to drive your business forward.
Right. I think that's important, right? Especially, I said this before, but after the pandemic, right? A lot of the contractors, and we focus on contractors, right? So we talk about contractors, but a lot of contractors were mandated. Hey, you don't just tell us that you clean this space, right? Prove it, show us what you did, and then document it, right? Because people wanted a safe workplace to come back to. So it wasn't anymore just, hey, we trust that you did it. Like a lot of these end users, property managers, building owners, they wanted validation. And that's what I feel like you're bringing to the table, right? You're validating all the processes that they normally do.
Yeah, absolutely. I would add to that the pandemic also opened the eyes of of clients, of building managers, of people working in buildings to the importance of cleaning, and put some focus on our industry. So that documentation, you have to have it.
Yeah,
you've got to be able to do it.
We don't want to see anybody walking around with pad and paper anymore, right?
No.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? We still see people sometimes like, oh, how are you doing your inspections, right? And they get out a notebook and they got their checklist. And what happened, to your point, what happens to that, right?
Just goes in the
stuffed
corner
somewhere,
of an office,
or it gets
It's
lost.
just a pile of paper.
Yeah. So one of the things I like what you said is it's easy to use, easy to implement. Walk us through kind of briefly, like when somebody says, hey, I want to use CompuClean, like walk us through like kind of the next steps to get them to that point. Like tell them how easy it is.
Well, sure. So the way that we approach implementation, we recognize that we are in the cleaning industry here. We are not a bunch of engineers and computer scientists. So, especially this one, and so we take a very very deliberate and kind of compartmentalized approach to that implementation. We start with a 20 or 30-minute consult. Let's understand the needs, for the client, for the scope of the implementation, what features we want to go after, and then we just kind of bite off chunks from there. Try to pick one or two features to start with, and we'll exchange information. My team can can import data into the system pretty easily, so we can speed up the process of getting it populated, and then we'll follow up, polish up the loose ends, add a couple details, and schedule training and actually train everybody who needs to be working with it online. And that's where the real ease of use comes at that end point when we're handing that to a supervisor. We're asking a custodian to go out and scan a QR code to acknowledge that they cleaned the spot. Those processes are very simple. It's step 1, step 2, step 3. And in that way, then we just provide a smooth path, stress-free, and and some results that are going to be useful in a short order.
The great thing about it too is you may start here and you think you want this, and then as you get into it and you're taking those baby steps, you might change some things. It's 100% customizable. I mean, you make it your own, right? Essentially, we have a lot of stock things to get you started, but if you want it specifics, like you and your team can pretty much do anything.
Yeah, I always say that every customer is different.
Right.
I've been doing this for over 20 years, and every single time I go into whether it's a sales call with a potential customer or implementation with an existing customer, there's unique perspectives and unique ways to maybe leverage the tool or outcomes that they want to get out of the system. So that's one of the great things that we get to do is sort of troubleshoot and figure out a way to make that happen for them, and give them something that works for their particular situation.
And don't you host a couple events here that's CompuClean specific?
We
right?
do, yeah.
So if you're on the program, you need, you want to send somebody up, or you want to understand, learn more, you can work with your team at Spartan. Well, you guys do like a couple day event?
We do it's a 3-day comprehensive hands-on CompuClean training system or a CompuClean training seminar. No cost to you to attend.
So
Just get yourself here. We'll pick you up at the airport and take care of everything across those 3 days, and you'll learn everything you need to know, and even get a tour of Spartan and get to talk to some of our chemists and learn a little bit about what we do. That's a great event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what I like about that, right? Like you mentioned, some of us aren't as IT savvy as others, right? So what I like about this is something, and we're biased, right? But it's Spartan owned and operated. So what's great is Mike, if he's talking to one of our customers and they say, hey, I'm stripping and waxing a floor, or I need to use NABC to do this, Mike knows what they're talking about.
Right.
He understands it. He's an industry guy. If this were just software engineers, right? I mean, I've got a buddy who runs an IT department. And if I told him I was stripping and waxing a floor, he would be like, I don't know what you're talking about, right? Yeah. But Mike and his team, they're at Spartan. So like he said, when they do the seminar and you come here for a couple of days, you're not just talking software, you're meeting with chemists, you're talking about Spartan, everything that we can give you as a partner. So that's one thing that I really love about it, right? I mean, that's unique to us. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're not connecting with some tech support team, offshore, or a couple, college interns who have no knowledge of the industry. I mean, I've been in it for 20 years, and the rest of my team is 10 years plus as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the experience. If you can come up with the scenario, we've seen it.
Yeah. And that's what's great, right? Because it's still industry knowledge.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Mike, talk to us about some of the other parts of CompuClean that are useful, that end users love, that you guys see a lot of use in.
What's the latest and greatest?
So the newest are some innovations on the capital equipment system. So we have, CompuClean allows you to catalog all of your equipment, keep track of where it's located, set up you can set up a preventative maintenance schedule for it. You can document repairs.
Maintenance equipment. People do this.
This is an important thing.
You need TMs?
It's a good way to.
You just don't run until it breaks down.
The batteries go empty, and you.
But one of the things we've done is we've started to leverage NFC technology. So this is a little NFC token here. You can purchase these for under $1. You stick it onto a piece of equipment, and then you open up your CompuClean app on your phone when you walk into an account, hold it up to that token, and it's going to identify the equipment. So you don't have to get down on the ground to find the serial number or check out some sort of a dirty tag on there. It's just scan it and go. So it's a great way to keep equipment tracked, identified easily, and do it inexpensively.
You know what I really like is the corrective action feature. You mind just touching on that a little bit?
Probably got a lot of experience with corrective actions coming your way, right? Yeah, corrective actions. So that's a part of our inspection system, and it's a way for you to follow up on any issues. So when you go out to do 5 inspections in a building, any problems, you just put them into a corrective action and send them via email, text message, or push notification to whoever you want to resolve them, and they can then respond and resolve them. So it just takes all the follow-up out of that process. Actually, another really nice advantage on the inspections is the ability to send reports directly out of those inspections. So rather than going back to the office, taking your forms and entering them into a spreadsheet or however you're doing it now, you just hit a button and send it to whoever you want, and they get a nice email with a PDF attached to it.
Can they send it to their customer?
Absolutely.
Okay,
so they're send it internally, whoever you want.
Yeah, there's a couple different ways to set it up. It's pretty good feature.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, well, so Mike, if somebody's interested in getting signed up on CompuClean,
Now we're talking.
What do they do?
They're going to put it's a blank. We need a check. Just leave the tube empty.
Got it. And how do you spell Fabian?
It's no, you were leaving the two empty.
Just cash.
Two empty.
Just cash.
Correct.
Made the cash.
No, the best thing you can do is reach out to your Spartan regional manager, or you can give us a call here at Spartan. Hit up our website and submit a request. We'll get in touch with you. Set up a time to go over it. Make sure it's a good fit for you, and we'll move it forward from there.
With one caveat, though.
All credit goes to the BSC team for anything that comes from this.
2 caveats then. No, but they have to be using Spartan chemistry, right?
Right.
So we're not just selling this to anybody and everybody. This is a program that as long as you're a Spartan customer, as long as you're utilizing our chemistry, then you qualify to be able to use CompuClean.
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Use it at home.
It amazes me on how many, a lot of companies are running 2 or 3 of these programs.
Sure.
right?
And you add those dollars up, it's thousands.
I mean, we're hearing what, $1,000 a month to $2,000 a month, depending on the program.
I've seen companies spending over 50 grand a year
Wow.
just on custodial cleaning software.
Well, and I'll tell you, one thing that we hear a lot of is like, well, we'll just build our own. Is that easy to do?
Sure.
That gets you in like the 6-7 figure area.
Well, that gets you into a project that's going to go for a year, and then eventually you're going to be like, you can't keep dumping
I just
money.
spent like $300,000 on this, and we're not anywhere near, and now it's out of date.
Software development is
Right.
so complex now, and what people don't think about is you've got to maintain it too. It's just like
Right.
anything else.
Once you build it, you're not done.
you are never done, never. In fact, my next meeting is with our development team.
Yeah.
We meet once a week.
So instead of investing millions of dollars and then ongoing costs,
Just
$700
Just
a
buy
year,
Spartan Chemical. Let us
Yeah.
handle the burden of the software.
$700 a year, and you got a customizable program.
And you get
Already.
you get to hang out with this guy.
Right.
you just ruined it now.
All right, Mike. So now we've come to one of our favorite parts of the podcast, how we got our name.
Yep.
Right? Tales from the Pails. Give us a good tale from your years at Spartan or in the industry.
All right. Yeah, perfect. Happy to do that. So this is definitely software focused tale, but just, every one of you can relate to things going well and things suddenly not going well without any sort of a precursor to that happening. So going back about 15 years, we had CompuClean, we had apps, we were using older devices, we were using Pocket PCs and other
Like Palm
devices.
Pilots?
We had Palm apps as well. Like this thing goes back. It's ancient in software terms, but actively managed and updated. So part of our process to put our app onto those devices, we had a little third-party piece of software that you could install, and then you could add the app. It wasn't as kind of as streamlined, as easy as it is today. Well, I woke up one morning, came into work, checked my email, and the company that made that software went belly up, just overnight, gone.
Oh,
So here we are with hundreds of people out here using this app on these devices, and suddenly it's gone. So that's, that for me was, that's when the gray hair started. I had brown hair before that. And, we managed in about 2 to 3 weeks to come up with a workable solution for it. But, just having the lights completely turned off overnight was a harrowing experience.
Completely
But
unexpected.
what it taught us is you've got to be careful about relying on third parties. Spartan as a company, we're pretty cautious about third parties being involved in anything. And with CompuClean, we absolutely avoid it unless we have to. So the more you can do in-house, the more capabilities and control you can have, the less exposure you have to outside forces.
great. That's perfect. It's a great way to end the segment, right? So
We're gonna make sure we have your seminar dates teed up.
Great.
And some information on CompuClean, maybe a link or something.
Excellent.
Hit that follow, drop the like, whatever, link.
all that IT
Yeah.
stuff that
Yes.
Bucky knows.
All that stuff.
You guys got all that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
We're gonna
We're going to be on all the socials.
all the socials.
All right.
Yeah.
all the things.
We're
Perfect.
blowing up.
Excellent.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it,
buddy.
guys.
Mark,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Yeah.
See ya.
That was great speaking with Mike.
Yeah.
We're gonna
A lot of good topics.
and we'll be sure to put the information on his seminar. But talking about seminars,
I know where you're going.
there is something in August that's happening. So let's talk about that a little bit.
What's in August?
That's going to be the BSC seminar at Spartan.
See, now you're talking. Now you're talking. BSC seminar at Spartan
Yes.
Chemical.
This is 3 days. That's action-packed, industry-forward thinking, networking, just a great time. There may even be a Mud Hens game involved.
Ooh, little AAA baseball. I love it. Yeah. So we do this every year,
Yeah.
right? At Spartan Chemical, we host 50, 60
What do we match out
individuals.
about 60, right?
About
So, I mean,
60.
it
So-
sells out every year.
We always have a wait list,
We
right?
always have a wait.
So it's going to be, this year, it's going to be August
4th, 5th, and 6th.
4th, 5th, and 6th.
That's a
And-
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right. Started off with like you said, a AAA baseball game, networking Tuesday night,
Yep.
and then Wednesday, full day of sessions. right? We're bringing in guest speakers, industry experts.
Yep.
We're going to have some panel discussions.
Love the panel discussion.
Panel discussion is always a big thing. We might even be, I don't know, filming a live episode of Tales from the Pails.
Who knows? Things might
You
just
never
get
know.
a little crazy.
Could get crazy. All right. It's an awesome event. It's great industry networking. It's knowledge. It's participation.
Yeah.
We're excited about it.
It's talked around. I mean, it's just great.
It's great. You said it all.
I just don't know what else
All right.
to say.
Click on the link, get registered. We'll see you there.